Hi, welcome to day 45 of AmyAllenTV. 15 days to go. Today was a great day. We're filming outside today because, Tennessee just had one of the most massive storms that I've seen in a long time. Sirens going off, and I was here in 96 for that big tornado. Downtown witnessed it all, and so I was very familiar with when they say take shelter in Tennessee, they mean it. But before the storm came, I was able to spend the day at the zoo. The library was closed today, so I was unable to work on my Just Give Bible study at the library, so I went to the zoo, the Grassmere Zoo here in Nashville, and I studied and worked with the zebras and the flamingos, and I even saw two turtles having sex. That was pretty interesting. I took some pictures, sent it home to the children because I thought that was better than Animal Planet. So, I didn't see working around the zebras and the lions is any different than working with the people that I work with back home, because y'all are all animals. Anyway, I've been bombarded with questions, and some have to do with weight loss, some have to do with my life, and I tell you what I'm going to do. Some things are personal and some things are private. I'm going to share as much as I can about my life and honesty and things of that nature, and I'm going to answer some personal questions tomorrow, but tonight I want to focus on some questions that I have gotten about juicing, because Miss Burson, if y'all remember her, she was my teammate in the 2009 Fitness Challenge at HealthWorks, and after seeing AmyAllenTV, she's always very inspirational and very choosing her words to make me feel great, and she's got some questions, and I want to answer them for her tonight, and I hopefully that by answering her questions, I'm answering some of yours. Recipes. She wants to know some juicing recipes. Miss Burson, in the beginning, I was kind of strict to the juicing cookbook, strict to the mean green recipe on the internet. I was very strict, and then everything starts tasting metallic, for lack of a better word. So you start mixing things that taste good to you, that you're able to get down. With that being said, I'm no longer able to drink just plain water. It has a horrible taste in my mouth, and I cut it with 2 lemons, 1 gallon jug for 2 juiced lemons, and that takes me through the day, and I feel good about that. Why is all of this tasting the way it tastes? Why is all of this doing what it does? What I've read is those toxins are out of your body, and all those things that cause taste buds to change are gone. So I'm tasting what everyone else probably should taste, I guess. I don't know if that makes any sense or not, but back to the recipes, because y'all know I can just rattle and rattle and rattle all day. Miss Burson, one of my favorites, 2 fresh garlic cloves, tomatoes, celery, and crushed red pepper. That works for me on most days. I've got things narrowed down to pretty much a science. A staple for me is grapefruit juice. Again, that tart flavor, it makes everything, to me, taste sweet. I don't know, but grapefruits are a staple here. This morning, Granny and I shared, the little cuties. Well, she had a huge bag of cuties that were ruining, and I used those for our morning breakfast with a grapefruit, and she loved it. She says she's going to juice every morning, so that makes me very happy. So we've got the grapefruit juice, just straight. Your taste buds, Miss Burson, and everyone else, I can't explain it. Everything you want to be kept so simple. Simple, like grapefruits, apple. I will warn you about apple. Apple needs to be drinking immediately, and you're going to want some apple in your diet because of the fiber. To me, apple is so sweet. It gives my teeth that caked feeling that I talk about to you guys all the time, but I do try and get apples in for the fiber. Here lately, I've thrown a bunch of spinach in with the apple so that I can have that too. But Miss Burson, I just encourage you to follow the recipes in the beginning and then make your own. Internet is a great source. Things that do not juice, I try to juice edamame because I got jealous of Tracy chomping on edamame. Hun, that's dry. It just goes straight to the the pulp keeper, and you've lost your edamame. Things that have not worked out well for me are the bagged kale. Bagged kale, for some reason, does not do the same as that fresh, big, bulky green kale. So those are the only things that I've had happen. And Miss Burson, if you're really going to steal your mom's Jack LaLanne juicer over the weekend, I encourage you to, I'm sure she's not watching, you're okay, you're safe. I encourage you to spend some time, and I think you told me in the message last night that you have seen Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. That's the start. If you build on the core of Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead and that philosophy, you're going to do great. Call me if you have any questions. Carrots. Miss Burson, I try and keep carrots in my daily diet because I've always had a phobia that I was going to lose my sight. As a little girl, that's why, if you've ever noticed, I play the piano with my eyes closed, because I practiced and learned that way, so that if I ever did lose my sight, I'd still be like Ray Charles, you know. So anyway, I try and keep a lot of carrots in my system at all times. And then, of course, with Dad and my grandmother and my great-grandmother, all of that, and dealing with blindness. And with carrots, I mostly just drink those plain. I don't add anything. They're very, very sweet. I encourage everyone to purchase organic when you can. Melanie said to me when I got here, how do you afford to juice? I don't know if I can afford to juice. And my response to her was, honey, you can't afford not to juice. Now, I'm not some guru that's trying to get the whole world to juicing. But if you are in a health crisis, you can't afford not to juice. So with that being said, Miss Burson also asked me to film from the grocery store and try and help with the groceries. I can't do that because I don't have anyone to film for me, and I don't want to get close enough to a Kroger employee for him to film for me, if you know what I mean. So you're just going to have to trust me on this and just stay in the produce section. Lemons are going to be your best friend. Lemon water. Grapes, very sweet. They work well. When you get and find your own place, I encourage you to start purchasing some herbs and throwing them in the juicer. And I throw them in first because they're dry, and you want them to go in first so that all of your things that you're juicing shoves the good stuff out. But I have learned that a cinnamon stick, and oregano, and I've juiced butternut squash, and just think of it as a soup. And put your cinnamon and your nutmeg, but that was much later in the juice. But you're going to want to start off simple. And so recipes, Miss Burson, I don't have many recipes. I just encourage you to follow your taste buds and follow your heart, and I think that everything is going to work out just fine for you. And again, I'm just a phone call away. Now, as I said before, I've had a lot more questions about the cost. Go organic when you can, because for your body, think about the cost of going out to dinner on a Friday night and having a filet and a baked potato and a salad. You're looking at about $45. I can eat for $45 a week in that one meal, even going organic. So I encourage that at all times, any chance that you get. The other questions that have been asked of me is to talk louder. I've never been told to talk louder, so I'm talking as loud as I can, and I found that comment humorous. And as I said, I'm being asked a lot of personal questions. I think it probably stemmed from yesterday and the song, and making a reference to my divorce. Like I said, there are some things that are personal, and that I will remain and respect everyone that's involved in the situation. But I will talk tomorrow. I will answer some questions for you. I've tried to remain honest on this TV show, and I have talked to some people and gotten the okay that it is okay to talk about some things. And my ex-husband is watching the show, and he congratulated me last night for hitting that 200 mark, and knowing that he's watching the show, I don't have a problem with talking about certain parts of the songs and how this divorce has played a role in my music career today. I'm about, Melanie's giving me oh no, Melanie's telling me to back up. Got too close. I hope that I have done well. Again, we've survived the storm, and further along on my Bible study, which is very important to me, and the churches that I will serve in the future and have gotten to serve. I miss my family. Thank you so much for the videos last night. I wish I could hear from Alexandra, but I've heard from JT and heard from everyone today, so I feel good about that. And for AmyAllenTV, day 45, 199 pounds. Good day.